Hey there, Aquarius, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of July, and we're going to take a look at past, present, and near future energies. Also, Aquarius, if this reading resonates and you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, this glare is driving me nuts. If you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Also, lastly, Aquarius, I've linked all the cards that I use below in the description box. This one I get asked about a lot. I forgot its name. I think it's Illuminati something, but they're all linked below. Okay, what is this conflict about, Aquarius? The main energy for your reading this month is the Five of Wands. There's a conflict happening here. I don't feel like it's... I feel like it's an internal conflict within you. I don't feel like, yes, it's manifesting externally between you and somebody else, because I do see another energy here. This could be a friend, a relationship, take it as it resonates, but this conflict is internal within you. In the recent past, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Ten of Swords. There was a painful energy here of loss, significant loss, a very painful ending for you. But I feel like you may not have seen the situation accurately. It's almost like you're looking at it through this like haze where all you see is this person's going to abandon me, they're going to hurt me, they're going to leave me. But I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if, I mean, yes, but there's also a part here that's missing. And I feel like you're not getting the full picture. Now, I say you because this is your reading. This could also be your person's energy. So take it as it resonates. In the current situation, you get the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. There is heartbreak here in a soul connection, but this heartbreak is coming from a place of, I don't trust you. This internal lack of trust that you're experiencing, this internal, I don't believe you energy, is what is causing this heartbreak, both for you and the other person in this soul connection. In the near future, you get the World, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. It's very, very difficult for you to accept this ending, to come to terms with this ending, with the closing of a cycle here between you and somebody else. Some of you may have been married to this person, but for the majority of you, it's like, we might as well have been married. Like, that's the depth, that's the intensity of this connection. And I see the difficulty here. Let's see. Let's clarify the main energy for your reading, which is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the King of Wands. Yeah, this is a very, very deep bond. It's a very strong connection that you and this person share. But somebody's ego, and again, I'm going to say you because this is your reading. This could be your person's energy. Your ego is getting in the way here of you being able to see the intensity of the bond, the depth of this bond. So you're like in a constant conflict with yourself of like, I feel these things, but I don't allow myself to truly accept them, to truly recognize like this connection is amazing. This bond is intense, right? There's like a constant battle within you. And I don't know why that is. It's almost like you're trying to like dumb down or water down the depth of this connection and the intensity of this connection. And that's coming from a place of ego, a place of superficiality a little bit. I don't feel like this is you though. Could be you. Let's look at the Five of Pentacles in your recent past and clarify that. Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Hierophant. You get the Hierophant again here in the near future. Yeah, you're showing me, look, I'm moving slowly. I feel a loss, or I felt, because this is your recent past, I felt a significant loss. I felt a significant connection here, and now I don't have it anymore, right? And there is still love there. Regardless of what was said here in the 3D world, the love is still very much alive between you and this person and within this connection. And you're showing me, regardless of the fact that, you know, we separated here in the 3D world, things ended here in the 3D world, I still feel very much married to you, very much connected to you, very much like we're still together. And so in the recent past, it's taking you a little while to come to terms and slowly start to like act as if this connection is actually over. Let's clarify the Magician in the recent past. The Magician is clarified by the Seven of Wands, Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. Lots and lots and lots of wands. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign. I saw that here too. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or Taurus is showing up pretty strongly here. Here's the thing. You're showing me, yeah, things may have ended here in the 3D world, but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Like, I refuse to accept the situation for what it is. In my mind, I'm still manifesting us talking again, us coming back into communication again, having a conversation. Like, I don't accept that this is over. And you're literally showing it to me in the energies, not as a matter of, oh, hopefully we'll talk, maybe there'll be a conversation. There's no if, there's no maybes here. It's like, I know it's going to happen. I just don't know when. It's almost like you're burying your head in the sand here in the recent past of like, yeah, we said all these things, but we'll talk again. This isn't over. This isn't over. There's a little bit of like resistance to reality here and not really wanting to accept the situation for what it is. Let's take a look at the Ten of Swords in the recent past for you. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Chariot, the Five of Wands. You got the Five of Wands as the main energy for your reading this month. You can't stop thinking about this ending. Like literally it lives in your head rent free. Why it ended, when it ended, what was said, how it ended. Da, da, da. Always thinking. And all you want is just to move past this, to move past this conflict, to move past this ending. Literally just leave it in your rear view mirror. However, I see why the conflict is happening here. Because again, you want all these things. You're like, I feel these things, I want these things, but then your ego, your superficial aspect comes into play here. And it's like, I don't actually want these things. I don't actually, like you're refusing to see the situation for what it is, right? And I do feel like you had a part to play here in this ending. It's your, I'll call it ego again, which brought about an energy of an ending. But you're refusing to look at that. You're kind of like, no. Not my fault. I didn't do anything. Whatever the reason is that we ended, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk again. We're going to move past this. Very much an energy of like not accepting things or not accepting the situation for what it is in the recent past. Let's clarify the Three of Swords in the current situation for you. Wow. Three of Swords is clarified by the Three of Swords again, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. It's difficult for you, and you get the Ten of Wands again in the near future. This emotional pain is difficult for you. It's painful. You're going through it right now. I can see that. I can definitely see the immense emotional pain. You get the Three of Swords twice. But what you're trying to do, you're like, oh, emotional pain, too difficult for me to deal with. Let me just detach from it. Let me emotionally disconnect from this pain because it's too difficult for me to accept. It's too difficult for me to deal with. Emotional pain hurts, right? It sucks. And coming to the recognition that you had some part to play in your emotional pain sucks even more. And I can see that. I really do. But I can also see that in the current situation, it's a little bit too much for you to deal with. So you're kind of just detaching. You're emotionally pulling back from this because it's a little bit heavy for you, which makes sense. I get it. Unlike in the recent past where you're just refusing to look at the situation and accept it for what it is, in the current situation, you're like, look, I know I have pain, but I also know that I don't want to deal with it right now. It's too difficult. So let me just kind of leave it aside for a bit. Let's clarify the Six of Cups in the current situation. Six of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the Devil. This is a soul connection, right? And it is. And that's why it's so difficult for you. That's why it's so painful for you. And deep down, you recognize that both you and the other person had some unhealthy behavioral patterns in terms of how you interacted with each other, which caused this ending, right? It takes two to tango. Yes, you're refusing to look at the situation for what it is, but the other person also had a part to play, right? You weren't dating yourself. And deep down, you know that. You recognize that. However, what you're showing me on the surface is, you know what? I'm just doing me. I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm going to do my own thing, focus on my stability, whether this is your career, your job, you go buy yourself fancy things. It's here in the 3D world where you're just like, look, let me just focus on 3D world me because there's a lot of stuff happening in higher self me and emotional me, and it's just a little bit too much for me to deal with right now. So you're really focusing on your ish here in the 3D world. But deep down, there is an energy of you recognizing like, okay, my toxic patterns, my partner's toxic patterns, they had a part to play in why this connection was lost, why we're separated, why we broke up. I like the recognition, not going to lie. Let's take a look at the Seven of Swords in the current situation. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Five of Swords, the Death, the Hangman. Yeah, you're not getting with the program. You're literally showing me, nope, this ending, pause. Pause, pause, pause. We're not in this ending. We're going to get past this ending. We're going to come back together. We're going to build here. We're going to reconcile. We're going to apologize to each other. Like, you're literally refusing to accept this ending. Refusing, hell or high water. You're like, nope, this isn't over. This isn't over. We're not over. It isn't over. But it is over. Like here in the 3D world, you said it's over, right? But you're refusing to look at that. Even though you're going through the emotional pain of accepting that it's over, you're also, part of you is coming in and being like, no, 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 it's not over. It's not over. And again, maybe it isn't over. But all I see here throughout this whole reading is this conflict of, part of you accepts it's over because there is emotional pain. There is, like, you're showing me the ending cards. But then the other part of you is like, no, 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 it's not over. It's not over. We're going to get back together. We're going to fix this. This ending, it's not happening. Like, it's not happening. I'm not going to allow it to happen. Right? So I don't know, like, you even recognize, like, hey, I'm kind of bullshitting myself here into thinking like this isn't over, because it is over. We did actually separate here in the 3D world. But you're not really accepting it. It's a constant back and forth. Let's look at the near future. I want to see what the world is in the near future. The world is clarified by the Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords. This is you. I don't assign gender to my cards. You're showing me it ended. Okay, let's start a new cycle. Let's work on things. Let's build things. Like, let me come in. Let me offer you my cup of love. Give me your cup of love. Let's exchange emotions. We can work on things. We can move forward. We can build here. Like, you are my person. You're the person that I want. This is a soul connection. Like, I don't want anybody else but you. You are my person. You are my bag of chips, my side of fries. Like, you are everything that I want. I couldn't have asked for a more perfect person if I built them in a factory. You're really, like, gung-ho here. I mean, I've seen determination, and then there's this. Like, you are quite literally refusing to accept no as an answer. It might just work out for you, though. Let's take a look at the Ten of Wands in the near future. I mean, these are some pretty strong energies. And yeah. Ten of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, Four of Cups. Here's the thing. I feel like you or your person, I don't know who this is, somebody's giving me a little bit of, flip-floppy energy. Once they were hot, then they're cold. They're in, they're out. I want this, I don't want this, right? A lot of inconsistent energy. This inconsistency brought about partially this ending. But now whoever was inconsistent is looking back at their actions and like, oh man, why did I do that? Why was I so hot and cold? Why was I so inconsistent? They're recognizing that they caused this ending to come to fruition. That makes them unhappy. But in order to accept, like, hey, this was my part in this, that requires taking accountability. And whoever this person is, accountability is too difficult for them. They're like, this is too heavy, this is too heavy. So then this person goes back to, I don't know why we broke up. And because I don't know why we broke up, why we separated, then that means this ending isn't really real. It's very much a loop. And again, I'll be honest, I feel like this is not you. Fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, I feel like this is your person. That's what I'm seeing strongly here. But whoever had the inconsistent action, whoever was the hot and cold one, they caused this ending to come into fruition. The majority of it. They don't want to look at that, though. They don't want to accept that because, again, that means accountability and that means taking responsibility, and this person doesn't deal well with that. So it's easier for them to just be like, nope, I don't know what is happening. I don't know why this happened. This is all going to pass. Like, I'm not accepting this ending. And then, the ending knocks on their door and they're like, hey, I don't care if you accept me or not. I'm still here. And then they go back on this loop again of, oh, I acted poorly, blah, blah, blah. And round we go. Let's look at the Hierophant in the near future. Hierophant is clarified by the Empress, Four of Swords, Three of Cups. All this person wants, I do feel like it's a fire sign, you guys. I genuinely feel Some of you, this may be your reading. For the majority of you, I feel like your person just hijacked your reading. This person's looking at you as like, Aquarius, you are the person for me. I could not have built somebody better than you. Like, you check all my boxes. I just want to heal things. I just want to fix things. I just want us to reconcile. Just the thought of being able to have this connection back in their life and reconciling and healing things makes them so, so happy. The Sun is the happiest card in the entire tarot deck, and that's the energy that they're showing me, tied up to reconciliation and healing things and fixing things with you. Is it too late though? I don't know. You'll know, but I don't know. Let's see what the universe wants you to keep in mind. Ooh, come here. Of course, I dropped the cards. From the universe, you get the Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Nine of Swords. Yeah, this connection is intense. This person is looking at you as this is the person for me. And now they're going through a lot of anxiety and pain because of their actions that brought them to the situation where you two are not together anymore. So Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, Aquarius, and I'll see you here on the next one.